I just talked to the HR lady. She just called me, and I did call up there 2 times, and so she just called me, and she was real nice. Um, and so I said, well, what is the reason? I told her what happened, that I went to work today, and what he did, and what was the reason that I was fired. And she said, well, uh, your manager said it was what happened yesterday. And I said, well, nothing happened yesterday. Uh, I worked with that girl assistant manager. He wasn't even there. And we had a blast as we usually do. We had lots of things to do. And our sales were top sales, double of all of the other 30 stores. And we were real happy with that. We closed together and walked out together to our cars. That was no problem. Oh, yeah. So, she said that, and I said, and you told me that I would not be fired, but we knew that would happen. Hey, hey, because I told on him. Because I called corporate. But I asked her about my pay. I said, well, it wasn't like I was handing my paycheck upon this morning. So how is that going to be handled? I said, am I getting it all today? Or all of it on Friday? And she said, well, payroll cut off was Sunday. And see, I worked since Sunday. And she said, so that pay will be Friday, and the other after Sunday will be 2 weeks after that. And that's really bad. I looked up Florida state law, and they said, where the equator been terminated, that they're supposed to pay you on your next payday. So I would imagine it means all of your pay. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, pretty bad. I was a couple of interviews today, and the girl, when I told her that the guy handed me a putty knife one time to scrape the floors for gum, she said, "Oh no, we're done there." Well, I mean, you knew it was coming. I mean, I told on that guy big time, and it was all true, every bit of it. I have no reason to lie, but it was so extreme. I had 2 really good friends that said, "Man, you don't have a choice but to call HR." And so I did. But I mean, I was scheduled to work with him alone today because I'm the only employee left, and you knew that would be interesting. But yeah, and you would have thought they'd have sent me a text message like, "Don't bother coming in today, you're terminated," or something. But let me go through all that to go down there, show up to work, be on time, and be talked to obnoxiously again. I was like, okay. So that's where it's at. That's pitiful that they won't send all my pay like immediately, much less all of it on Friday. So I'm gonna have to wait 2 more weeks for the rest of my pay. Well, no, they send their own crew down from North Carolina. Uh, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 or 7 people. and they do the inventory. We don't have anything to do with it. My boss just all of a sudden decided the store better be really clean, it better be really clean, you know, before they show up. Well, the store should have been clean before that because that was the nastiest, dirtiest store till I started cleaning it without even being asked. I would do little bits every day. It was nasty. So, and I mean, really, my job, you know, for like the past 2 weeks has been like solid, heavy duty janitorial. I'm not kidding you. And that's not what I signed up for. You know, the management trainee. Yeah, that. Oh yeah, it's my manager that just suddenly wants to get the store like really clean and immaculate. Because he keeps saying inventory's coming, inventory. I gotta have it ready. You know. So I got too cold last night. So excuse me. So I mean, I just do what they say. You know. I mean, even that day when he handed me a putty knife and wanted me down on the floor to scrape gum off all the floors in the whole store. I didn't like that too good, but they don't have any cleaners because we were buying them. We just got paper towels yesterday. They came by free. And so, you know, that day, that was like 2 weeks ago. And I went out and went to the maintenance crew and got some spray, some heavy duty cleaner spray. Borrowed that from them so I could just spray those spots that looked like gum. And they dissolved after about the second spray while I was mopping. You know, so I didn't have to like get down on the floor. I did that just once, and I'm like, I'm not doing this all day long, up and down and crawling on the floor. It's not happening. So, yeah. And I've talked to some great managers today. Oh my gosh, really nice people. And I talked to one job. This was a weird job. They wanted me to use my own car. They would pay mileage. They would pay me by the hour, like 14 an hour or something. Have me driving up to 60 miles in a radius, setting up displays, and not paying my gas. And I was like, and I go through all these questions and stuff before they even tell you the facts. And I was like, no. The job in the same area that it's going to open. Over at Dick's, they're already open. I talked to that manager the other night. He said he'd love to have me. But his hours are restricted right now because it's slow until the season kicks in. But there's already people hiring. And so there's jobs like out there right now. I applied for 6 jobs up until yesterday and talked to a few jobs in person. I was going to go ahead and look for jobs anyway because I figured he'd find a way to 86 me. So then I just wasn't happy there. You know, I don't see any future there. Oh yeah, they start at 15 over there. Most places do in this area. And that's really high pay. Because minimum wage is 11. They just reset the minimum wage 30 days ago to 11. So, yeah, most places here are 15 to 20 invested. So, yeah. But, what was his reason to fire? The corporate lady at HR said that what happened yesterday. And nothing happened yesterday. I worked with Renee. He wasn't even around. I shouldn't have said her name.
I worked with my assistant manager, and he wasn't even around. Um, and we had lots of chores to do. I got a copy of that. I copied it off the computer. And then she added more later when we got those done. But we did all our stuff, and we get along real good. We have a good time working together, and we do competition with the other stores, and we sold double of all 30 stores. Um, and we were slow. Well, our stuff's expensive, so. But I mean, we even walked each other out to our cars. I mean, there was no problems yesterday at all. None. But that's the first thing she said is, well, it's what happened yesterday. I said, so what happened yesterday? And she couldn't tell me. So, yeah, but somebody playing their music. But, yeah, I think I'm about to ask my pay. That's just bull. If you don't fire somebody, pay them all their pay on payday or if not before. And then you split my pay up because it's in between pay time. That's ridiculous. So, I don't know. But we figured it was going to happen anyway. Yeah. So one of my friends that was advising me, he's like, they're going to fire him probably. I said, well, maybe not. You know, maybe not. So you never know. But at least I don't have to put up with it anymore. Because people I interviewed with today, I told them about that. And they're like, oh, no, no, no. Unless it was raised, let me check that. I bet you can't wait to start working on your own again. Oh, yeah. Huh. I make huge money all by myself. Yep. If it's still there, it might be gone too. But, yeah, so, I don't know. But, I might be able to get just a few hours in this next week at my old job that I basically lost over my manager not giving me hours. So, yeah. Went up to a weird amount, in my opinion. Yeah, they probably did $1 raise on it or something like they did the one here. Because it was at 10, and then it went up to 11 for the state of Florida. But now different areas pay different things. In Destin, if you pay, well, in Destin, there's like virtually no one pays minimum wage. They wouldn't get any workers. Um, because the residents are elderly retired people that don't work anymore. That's your biggest thing. And they they have to get people to come from out of the city from places as far as 30 minutes away. And so that's what a lot of people do. They work in Destin because they can make good money. It's just the driving time and gas and stuff. And the traffic, mostly the traffic. When it gets really slammed, like for spring break and stuff, the traffic is tough. It's like California traffic. 80 cents. It was 9:30 before. Wow. But yeah, so um, that's why the pay is so high. I mean, it's like Whataburger right now is paying $19 an hour. Yeah, right across from Purple Rock Village in Destin. That's a lot of money for a hamburger joint, you know. A lot of places pay 15 per hour here too because the minimum wage is so low. Yeah, I think you get better quality people when you pay 15, and you probably get a better worker, somebody who really wants to be at work and work. Um, so you know, uh, it's very attractive to have a decent pay. Other than the fact that since the pandemic, rents have raised all over the states. You know, it's like they're all like double and triple. I think the discount stores like Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar, places like that pay minimum wage. Yeah, they do. They really do. I did a job interview like 4 or 5 years ago for Family Dollar for management. And the interview, my daughter came with me, and the interview was like 2.5 hours with this older lady. And, you know, she was telling me, well, why don't you go to Mobile, Alabama? You know, you'd be a district, you know, manager. And I'm like, no, I don't want to go to Mobile, Alabama. You know, I'm here. And so she was telling me for store manager, because they were desperate for one, it was like 13 or $14 an hour. But if you were a checker, it was $1 less. And I'm like, man, I'd rather be a checker. Because all that responsibility, why bother, right? You know what I mean? It's really low for a store manager. Hell, we're just Spirit Halloween getting $19 an hour as store manager. And we dropped it from main manager to assistant because they forgot about an employee that's worked there 5 years that they should have promoted instead of bringing in from the outside. You know? The only problem is she was a crappy manager. She didn't know how to manage. But she was nice. I mean, she was pretty nice. But yeah, so interesting. But I talked to some great people today that were managers. Amazing. But I got one girl begging me right now to move my hair license to Florida. Begging me. Wants me so bad. I'm like, no. I'm not doing it. So, yeah, I'm pretty disappointed. Yeah, okay, that's just bogus. And there's a federal law about that too, withholding people's pay. Because I could have got Spirit Halloween in a huge amount of trouble because I was still working there and they couldn't come up with my pay. You know? And that's the reason I quit. That's the first reason. Why bother wasting my time and hours on a job that I don't know when I'm going to get paid? And I actually didn't get paid till a month later. And they shorted my pay at $160, and it took another 7 or 9 days to get that. I think it was 9 days. Yeah. I get bills paid. So, anyway. I decided to give you guys an update. And, again, my phone is going to be off pretty shortly here because I don't have $60 to pay for my straight talk. And I'm applying for jobs at the same time. So I hope I don't miss any calls or jobs. Oh my gosh. But I'm going to continue looking today. Maybe I can latch on to something right now today. So other than that, you guys, I hope you have a great one.
I just got an El Cheapo lunch at Walmart. I got my $1.47 macaroni and cheese, and I got the $1.47 potatoes, and the girl gave me a jumbo bag, which was sweet. So that's where it is. And no, I'm still not crying over that job. Um, because I figured something would happen sooner or later because I told him. But at least I was honest. That's the only thing. Honesty is the key. So I feel good about it. I had to do what I had to do. And I'm glad I didn't have to put up with a bunch of crap today. Because I kind of expected it. Because it was just going to be me and him today. I know how well that probably would have gone over. So, I can't believe they lied though. Saying what happened yesterday. Nothing happened yesterday. That was scary. So, yeah. But anyway. So, I gotta go try to see if I can lock onto a job. If anybody wants to send me money from my phone to PayPal, please do. Because I need my phone card. So they can reach me for these jobs. But anyway, other than that, let's see what I can come up with, and I'll give you guys an update. Um, right now, my phone's on. I don't know when it's going to shut off. It could be in the next hour. It could be 4 hours. It could be midnight tonight. At any time. I figured it would already be off this morning. But yeah, so there you have it. We're in the Walmart grocery pickup, and somebody's sitting there with 2 crates and no car. Interesting. Hope you guys have a good one. I love you. Send me good vibes and good wishes. See if I can lock on to something. Talk to you later. You have a great one.